still do some crazy things. So we'll see.
It's on top. Slam dunk pitches.
Huge turn.
Stop number 2 of the 2024 Atlantic Kubb Tour Championship takes us to Davidson, North Carolina for the first North Carolina Kubb Championship, although it's just a rebrand of the Spring Fling, which has been around forever. Cody Glorioso is here, and I've got no idea what's going on there. But you might notice some puddles. Sven, I apologize up front. I have been hydrating along with half the field for the past 2 hours, and I am in no shape to call this match. What's shaking, baby?
It is a slop fest out here, Stu. We got the North Carolina Championship. We got mud. We got water. We got some slight wind. We got more mud. It's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so the crazy thing was...
Look at all that mud.
Yeah, look at that mud. Rained like crazy last night, missed it a bit this morning, and there's been like little pieces of sun here and there. But anyway, here is our championship bracket. Kraken Beer takes number 1, and the rest went by too fast for me. But we're going to have that 4-5 matchup. It's Das Kubb, it's Queen City Kubb with a 3-2-1 game record against something clever. The Batavia boys from Energy City Kubb. Spent 12 hours driving here yesterday, Sven. Yikes. That is dedication right there. But it's always good to see the Batavia boys. Yep.
Brett threw an illegal king leg there, but I don't think he won it anyway. No rotation.
Yeah, so
I know we don't normally call that out, but it's kind of it's somewhat of a new thing this year. So we're all getting accustomed.
All right. So I got to play a friendly with Brett and Doug yesterday. That was
before the rains came.
Well,
during the rains.
The rains came as we were playing, and so we finished one game and said, "Let's go drink some beer." And so that's what we did. But other people here today, 9 out of the top 10 on the AKT standings.
Nice.
Lots of people getting their second in for the year. Some people getting their first in for the year.
Yeah.
Lots in.
Yeah, as usual with the first match of our coverage, we have a lot of groundwork to cover here. A lot of things to go over. What happened in the morning. As you can see, these pitches aren't always going to be lined up because we had to move them all over the place this morning because of huge amounts of standing water on this glorious field, as you can see. Look how great the grass is.
There was definitely casual water for you golf fans out there.
Oh,
definite casual water.
So much casual water, but we have a matchup here between the 4-5. So it's the 4 was Das Kubb, 5 was Something Clever. Let's just quickly go over the 1, 2, 3. So number 1 was Dan Corey and Mike Karanjic, the defending Maryland Kubb champions. Number 1 seed. Number 2
undefeated though, not untied.
Yeah, there was a lot of ties. We had a lot of matches go to time and tie out this morning. Yeah. So that was pretty common. Even the number 2 seed, Classy Freddie Blasties, which is our cousins team, Bob and Drew, went undefeated as well in the morning, but plenty of ties there. And number 3 seed would have been Spencer and Cody, I guess Spence and Gloria. I don't know exactly what their name, but Spencer Ullman and Cody Glorioso were number 3 seed, and then Das Kubb went 4. So I can tell you specifically from watching our cousins quite a bit today that they tied everybody in the top 4. So a lot of ties going on.
They tied the top 4 seeds and then beat everybody else. Yeah, so interesting line.
Not that common. You don't see that very often. It seemed like all the teams at the top end would get to 8 cubes in play and just get stuck there. And you also have to realize that, I mean, these drilling conditions are interesting. There's a lot of Johnny Kubel seed going on here with just the
Yeah, but
mud.
Sven, it's not your traditional Johnny Kubel seed. I think, look at people are giving him a press, but if you wanted to,
Oh,
you could put every one of these cubes a half-inch deep into the ground, and
yeah, they're not.
you haven't seen any of that. Everybody's
No,
like,
it's
all right, look at
sportsmanlike. No one's,
yes,
no one's. The biggest with the Johnny Kubel seed is to try to get the cubes to stand up straight, because you have to do because of the way the mud is. If
yeah,
you just stand them up, they're all going to be way crooked, and so just to get them up straight, you have to press them down a little bit. And nobody's doing anything that's not in the general rules of sportsmanship. I mean,
yeah, agree.
and most of the Johnny Kubel seed we see isn't there anyway. But you could bury these cubes are the glorious country cube sets that Queen City Cube painted, so we can see them today, which is great. You could bury them either the white end or the red end of the mud if you wanted to.
Yeah, and that's not exaggerating. There are some of these pitches that are just sloppy messes right now.
Mm-hmm.
This actually appears to be one of the best.
Yeah, this one's not bad. The one next that you can see behind there, we quit using because it's so bad.
Yeah,
It's not playable
that
at this
one.
point.
I think I played on that one early today just for warm-ups, and there was standing water on that pitch. So
Yeah, that one is absolutely unplayable. So
I got to tell you, Sven, I think Brett is the only smart one here. He's the only guy with a towel. Everybody else has brown butts because they've been wiping their hands on their butts all day.
yeah, I don't understand that strategy. I think there are plenty of players here with towels, but in this match, not so much, which is
Yeah,
interesting. Also, Das Kub with those white shirts,
that's not going to
poor,
hide anything.
poor decision today. Yeah, they've done that before. They've made that mistake before.
Yeah, Nick likes to smear it on his belly.
Yeah, he does. A lot of real estate
And the
there.
sun is getting ready to come out. Yeah, the sun has come out all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's been flashing. It's you'd think that would dry things out quite a bit. They've definitely had some sun here and there, but the pitches up to now aren't really firming up. So it is hard to cut cubes. Accuracy is very important today when you're in casting cubes out. It's just it's difficult conditions for everybody.
Yeah, certainly trying to keep your hands clean is.
I mean, look at that one. That last one just stuck like it was nothing. No movement.
Trying to keep your hands clean today is impossible.
Well, and the batons too, and so.
Oh yeah.
Both everything's just extremely difficult, and then you make what you think is a really nice blast shot, and you get no movement out of anything. I generally what I'm seeing up to this point is it seems like most groups with barring the like, oh, you threw a baton away, like as long as you're clean with batons, you're hitting shots. It's probably taking on average about one extra baton to clear on your average.
Yeah, I would say at least there's just no action. Even if you have a good drill, there's just no action on anything. It's just.
Yeah, so the cubes for baton numbers I expect to be down today. There is a little bit of a breeze here and there. It can be tricky. It's not a huge factor like we've seen in this tournament in the past. I mean, we've seen some just crazy wind. We're not seeing that, but it's definitely not like, oh, there's no wind, so you can just tee off on 8 meters either. I from what I've seen so far, the 8-meter percentages aren't quite what we would expect as well.
I think just the conditions in general are difficult to do much of anything with outside of drilling. I mean, if you're throwing darts, you can throw them really close together because none of them are going to move. But blasting that and then throwing 8s with mud and wind and whatever, So everything's been difficult.
Yep, and we just saw a couple coops there for Nick really taking bite out of bounds. But this side looks like it's a little better than the other side.
This side looks like the best drilling conditions I've seen today.
Yeah, I would agree.
Did you notice Nick was using a new drilling style?
I didn't notice that, Stu. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Brand
brand new drilling style. He always seems to come up with a new style for this tournament, I guess.
He does.
Of course,
It's like
we got
the Grateful Dead in their set list. It's never the same. Same with Nick. It's just his style is different every time.
Mm-hmm. And right now we got the Batavia boys jumping out to a 1-cube lead. Nice split there by Nick. He almost got the triple. Oh, no.
Right.
That's painful at a single. Now he gets more mud on his belly.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. There
we
it is.
go.
This is a big 8 turn saver.
Yeah, you're looking to hit this one. Mike's been knocking down some 8s today. And boy,
that was solid.
That one went to the baseball field over there, I think.
Yeah, that was an awesome hit. Those make you feel good.
Oh yeah, they do, and they just make that big crack, just crack like a home run.
Mm-hmm, like Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
They were stuck on Mike, Babe.
Babe Mike.
Babe Davids.
So Mike Davids, of course, the director of this tournament, Queen City Kubb, directed this tournament as well as the first one. Also, we are in Davidson, North Carolina. Mike Davids, owner of Davidson. He named it after himself. He owns the whole place.
He did. He's founder.
Yep.
Oh, look at that stick. That's insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at the other matchups here in the quarterfinals, and I would be pretty shocked if they don't go straight to chalk here. This is one of the few tournaments we've seen lately where, we have, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 team field, whatever it is. It seems like in the last year or so, you going in, you're like, there's a pretty clear top 4 or 5. But then there's always some weird stuff that seems to be happening where some of these matchups in the 1, 2, and 3 seeds seem like, well, that doesn't seem really right. Today seemed to work out pretty close to right. I mean,
agree. Yep.
Yeah. So, I don't expect this match is the only one where I think we would potentially see an upset. I think the top 3 look like they're going to pretty easily move on.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And that's the way it is right now, except the Piss Missiles have a 2-cube lead on Kraken Beer. Now, as we talked about, that's Brian West and Bryant Cook. Brian can come out with some heat. It just sustaining the heat is difficult.
Yeah, we've seen them take some pretty nice leads.
Yeah. And then not hit anything else.
Yeah.
They did come out with some new uniforms though for this one. Some
gorgeous.
Some sweet new uniforms for Brian and Bryant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, they just knocked down another one too. Seems like, I mean, I get the Piss Missiles. It's a good team name, but they could also go by like the Brian or something like that.
Yeah, they share a dangerously similar name where it's like, that's the nice thing about it is you don't really have anything to remember. I mean, you can just be like, hey, Brian.
Yeah, you can kind of schmooze that last letter.
Brian.
Yeah, I agree.
And, they probably won't know the difference.
Yeah, I agree.
Where, in this case, like, you have Nick and Mike and Doug and Brett. I mean, there's no like kind of slurring your way over that one.
No, there isn't. No.
But it's always good to see the Batavia boys out here.
Yep. Second time we've seen them on the AKT. They came out for the East Coast Kubb Championship last year. And I think they finished. I think they finished like
T5,
top of the silver bracket or something.
Yeah, they went T5, and then they won. I think they won the silver.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to double check that. We need the research department. Research department needs to get on that.
Yeah. And then came out for this one. Made the long drive. Spent the night, I believe, in Charleston, West Virginia last night. They were telling me. Oh, Charleston. Place with the golden dome. Oh, beautiful. Yes. That's the first word that comes to mind.
Doesn't it always? No East Coast pull on that. No, on this group. That's an interesting decision by Nick Bartlett. He's gonna want it now. He's like, "Hey, Mike, should I pull this thing?"
I was gonna say. I think Mike is saying, "Hey, Nick, why don't you pull that post?"
Yeah. Nope. He's gonna go with it, and that's what happens. You pull it, trying to miss the post. Oh, look at that.
I think he might have hit the post there.
I think he did too. Nice. So
talk by Mike of a potential new location for this tournament next year.
I think he's looking for some grass.
Yeah. I mean, complete speculation at this point, but did mention that last night. Said a few words, find a new place for this few words thing. So.
It's a shame because they hosted the East Coast Championship here in 2019 and 2020.
Coming with heat.
Yeah, man. Nice. Was that a loaf? No, it's just 2 for 2.
Yeah.
That was a turkey leg. So they hosted the East Coast Championship here in 2019 and 2020. Totally different grass. It was just your normal, like, Kentucky bluegrass, whatever it is.
Except beautiful. Long.
It was beautiful, right? Yeah. And then that held through a couple more spring flings here, and then a couple years ago they're like, whoever owns this park was like, we're just gonna rip everything up and plant this North Carolina grass that is dormant all winter and doesn't really get nice until May or June. And we've been slogging away on it ever since, but it does play a little weird.
Yeah, it does. And if you get a heavy rain, as happened last year as well as this year, it kind of just turns to mud.
Yeah, now it's a mess. So, I think he's going to be looking around, trying to stay in the Davidson proper. But, maybe have something that's a little more consistent grass-wise.
I'd watch out. I mean, if he finds a place and somebody's house is there, he can just be like, you know what? I own this town. I'm bulldozing your house, and we're putting the Kubb tournament in.
Exactly. Nice group here by Doug.
Yep.
They need a big turn. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a double and then a single, which would leave 3.
No,
or 2. All right, there's the double.
Nice shot. Yep. That's a tough single, though. A lot of junk in front.
That junk in front probably plays a little. Oh, nice shot.
Almost squirreled it.
Probably plays a little bit more on your mind because you can't leave. Oh, nice. You can't leave anything short today whatsoever. So that was a nice throw. Anything short is just going to grab, and then that's over. It doesn't mean anything. So, those ones with junk in front, you're shooting at a small target today.
7 in play. Das Kubb. Best be thinking about closing right now.
Yeah, that would be a good move.
Yeah, you don't really want to let them hang around here and have a chance to put some more in play on you, or potentially win. I mean, 7 with 2 is a winnable scenario even today.
Yeah. Sven, I got to get something off my chest.
Yep.
Me and you built Kubb Videos Inc. I mean, without Kubb Videos Inc., or without us, Kubb Videos Inc., Amateur Hour Productions, Tuesday Night Kubb Inc., they're nothing without us.
Yep.
So, the other day, I sit down to relax and turn on my favorite YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And I see a couple chuckleheads on there, Laurel and Hardy or whatever their name is, playing kiddie pool or something. What was that?
It was April Fool's, man.
I don't know. I think, Spence and Glory. I don't know. They certainly acted like it's going to be a regular thing. At least... Really frosted my marshmallows, if you know what I'm saying, Sven.
Dude, I tell you what, that Lou and Len,
please,
our uncles,
Abbott and Costello, more like it.
They don't deserve the audience that we built for them.
Yeah. They haven't put in the time, Sven.
I mean, these 108 people are ours.
Yes.
And ours alone.
And you know what? It hasn't gone to 109 since those two clowns were on here.
It was funny, though. Monday Night Bumps.
Monday Night Bumps.
I bet Lewis didn't watch because, Cody wasn't on it.
Oh, no.
I think Lewis is going to be ashamed of Cody with his pant drop in the promo there. Lewis is going to be like...
All right, Mike Davids has a long double here.
Long double.
Ooh,
tough one, too. Blocked up in the front. Yeah. I love these Kubbs, man.
Yeah, they're great.
They are. It is so easy to see.
It's a Chumbawamba.
It's a Chumbawamba.
It got knocked out. It got back up again.
It's about time.
Nice.
Somebody. That's a sweet graphic, too. It's about time somebody hit a Chumbawamba out here.
The first ever Chumbawamba.
I get knocked down.
Yep.
I get up again.
That'll go down on Mike David's.
That's a trivia question later. That's a trivia question. Who's the first one to hit a Chumbawamba?
Mike Davids. Book it.
2024 North Carolina Kubb Championship. That's for extra credit.
Yep. So Kraken Beer has taken the lead now on the Piss Missiles.
Big turn or two there.
Yeah, and it looks like the classy Freddie Blasty is probably going to be closing out game one here shortly.
Yeah, I mean, they look like they.
And they might be doing it real shortly.
Yep.
That was that.
Look at those two jokers.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you what, if there's one team I'm rooting against, it's those guys.
Man, I tell you what, those guys are probably going to crap the bed later.
Probably. I hope so, at least.
But for now, they have a commanding one-game lead, and oops, they look like they Kubbed their pants today.
Yeah, they did.
It was too much brown. Man,
it's
I
more
tell you
like
what.
That red clay, you know.
Yeah.
Like this stuff is probably, you can wash your hands as much as you want to today and tomorrow. Your hands are still going to be red.
How is Brett's towel that clean at this point in the tournament? I mean, it's pretty clean.
It does seem a lot cleaner than every other
Maybe
towel
he had multiple towels.
Maybe.
That's a definite possibility.
This might be a racket towel.
Let me tell you, Doug's throwing some nice groups here. The problem is this group is begging for a little action, and you're not getting action today. But it's a nice group nonetheless.
Yeah. You do you have to be a little bit more precise because you can't just move a Kubb into a pile and just use it as a backboard. I mean, you can't. No. There's no movement at all. So
at some point today, there's a chance that it could dry out enough to get a little movement, but no, it's pretty. You got to be pretty precise. There's just no way around it.
Yeah.
And you really can't afford to be wasting batons with the Kubb or batons number being already what they are with this mud.
Well, I think that's part of it though, is everybody's trying to be so precise because, usually you can throw it, on the ground and it'll scoot a little bit. It's not going to scoot at all today. So you have to
pressure clear. Pressure clear.
Oh no.
Oh, that hurts.
That hurts.
I mean, good group whipped 4 batons. That'll definitely you'll be seeing that tonight in your nightmares.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. So Das Kubb now with 5 to drill. And this one looking like it might be over.
It should be over. That's right at the midline. Of course, if he throws 4 penalties here, maybe not.
Yeah, no telling if he throws 4 penalties. All bets are
no
off.
telling. His shirt's pretty clean. His butt isn't, but his shirt,
Yeah,
he looks like he cubed his pants.
Mike looks very clean. Mike's wearing gloves and
he's got galoshes on.
Yeah, he's got galoshes. I asked him what they were, and he told me what they were, the name of them, but I can't remember.
Were they muck boots?
Yeah, that could be it. I thought they were galoshes. I don't know what galoshes are, but I looked at them and I was like, "Those are galoshes, right?"
I thought he looks like the oh God, I can't.
He looks like he's gonna go scuba diving, like those like neoprene suits, like.
Yeah, I thought he looked kind of like the bad guy in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I don't know that one.
I know you don't because it's a movie reference there, Stu. But yeah, I thought he kind of looked like he if he gave him like a big floppy hat, he looked just like that guy coming after you with a sickle.
Mike Orenchik wearing his floppy hat today?
I don't believe so. Not enough sun.
Yeah.
Man,
switching it up.
They just need. Well, they have a little wiggle room. They don't need doubles. Just hit 3 singles, and well, you have to be perfect at this point.
Yeah.
So now it's like single, single, and then you got to hit the back one. Not ideal.
That's all right. It's essentially a 4-meter shot, so you should be able to knock this one down.
I hope so.
Oh, no. He kissed it. He kissed it, and it didn't go down.
Oh, that's painful.
Oh, no.
That's a win there for the Batavia boys.
Yeah, it is. That's enough to make you stomp your galoshes in a mud puddle.
Yeah, that's. Oof. Here we go.
Yeah, so Kraken Beer looks like they came all the way back and took game 1. So going according to chalk so far in the top 3, this is the 4-5.
Just as expected.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Yeah, that was a big old clacker.
Huge clacker. That's what you don't want to do today. Anytime, but really not today.
Yeah, so before it started raining last night, I played a half of a friendly against the Batavia boys when it was still dry out. And I got to tell you, it was really bouncy. And
yeah,
and it is not bouncy in the least today.
That's why I think there weren't many people out here yesterday, because it was kind of pointless. I mean,
yeah,
it was going to be night and day different, and so it's not like you're getting any sort of advantage by coming out here and trying to feel out the conditions, because the conditions literally couldn't be more different than they were last night.
Yeah, completely, utterly different. I think we've got an advantage line cooking right now.
Yeah, there's definitely an advantage line cooking because he has 2 cubes here. He has the clacker and then the one in the pile.
Yeah, so this would be a spectacular shot.
No, and I don't think it's there. Yeah. Really any day, but definitely not today.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Das Kubb gets a second shot at this with 5 to drill.
Same as last time.
Nick's arm is going to be completely covered in mud if that's the way he's going to be.
Just like his butt. You just saw him wipe off his hand on his butt.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. These cubes are disgusting.
They are.
It's
the only time they get cleaned off is when you're on a pitch with standing water and you're just drilling into a puddle. So.
It's sad because they're brand new paint job, and This happened also at the East Coast Championship, the first one back in 2017. There was a monsoon the night before. Wasn't the standing water like this because they actually had real grass. But you just painted cube. You spent hours and hours and hours getting them all looking nice, and then you got to pressure wash them off the next day because
Yeah.
they're just disgusting and covered with mud.
Not only did Mike paint them, I believe he said he painted them and then sanded them down and painted them again, which is, these are the smoothest cubes I've ever seen in my life.
They feel like they're candy coated. They're like M&Ms.
Yes, I agree.
It's amazing. It really is. I don't know how he did it. I guess the process you described is how he did it, but I don't understand how that works, and it was amazing. And now we still don't get a king shot out of these two. They better hit the scoop down. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, so the Batavia boys get another chance at this one now with 8 in play, but they're going to have to do some damage here. They're going to have to clear the advantage line in the least, and probably need to at least pick up one more while they're at it.
Their only hope is to at least clear the advantage line, but even then, there's still just 8 in play. But they cannot win if they leave another advantage line.
I agree with that. Oh, a nice bit of sportsmanship. That was a trick shot.
He's throwing nice drills. He made that one mistake that cost him, but that was 2 turns ago. Nice.
So Kraken Beer looks like they're, I wouldn't say on their way, but, have a path now to advancing to the semifinals. Classy Freddie Blasty's actually a coup down right now. And Spence and Glory with a lead as well. Nothing shocking so far, Sven?
Nope. We're headed towards the Final Four that we expect in either one of these teams at this point. I mean, you got the 4-5 right now. I wouldn't be shocked either way, really. Especially for what we've seen. I definitely have been more impressed with Das Kubb, just not giving lines. Their meter percentage, I think, is better. We'll find out when we get the numbers off of game 1. But I would say Doug is definitely out-drilled Nick at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. I think they have completely different areas to drill to. The more I see this one that Nick is going to, it's by far the best spot I've seen all day if you're not interested in drilling into mud.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Doug does in game 2, because obviously we switch sides. What big clear there? Yep. So to see if it flips the other way, but if it were me, I'd rather be drilling to where Nick is than Doug. So that's why I think it's interesting that Doug is, I think, clearly out drilling him right now at this point.
Yep. Let's talk about the AKT standings a bit, Sven. We said we got 9 out of the top 10 in here today. So Dan Corey playing with Mike Horenjic, you got to think that they're going to be a player in this thing, taking it all.
Definitely.
Second place, Bob Heikes playing with Drew Gander. You have to figure they're going to probably play into this somehow. Third is Drew, so we got second and third playing together. Fourth, Mike Davids here, looking to see if he can't make it into the semis. So really, it's going to be neck and neck, and really it should be this way all year long. And then we have Cody Glorioso, last year's AKT champion, playing in his first tournament of the year.
He can't remember the last time he lost an AKT tournament.
That's right.
It's been a long time.
It has. He went 4 for 4 last year. So we'll see if he's, going to get started off on the right foot and win another one. That's a nice bit of sportsmanship.
Yes, it is.
And then in the club standings, so you got Raleigh Kubb. You got Raleigh Kubb teaming up with Keystone Kubb for 2 teams. So I suspect that's going to be a wash.
Yep.
And then, of course, we got Queen City.
It has
Kubb
to
here.
be a wash. There's no way for it not to be. Yeah.
And then you've got Queen City Kubb here, represented by Das Kubb.
I mean,
you know who needs a club is functioning Kubbaholics. Guys,
I agree.
Just create a Facebook page. Say, hey, we're whatever Kubb, and then you guys get points towards your
You're
club
showing
stake.
up to every event anyway. You might as well be in the club standing.
Well.
I mean, what are we
Collect
talking
them.
about here? It's
Yeah,
not like
we'll go back retroactively and award them for this year.
It's not like we have to incorporate. It's not like we have to we have to make a 501 or 503c or whatever. Like, let's just you just make this crap up.
Yeah, you just make it up.
So they could be the functioning Kubb club. I don't care. Whatever.
I think you could call it Cap City Kubb or Nova Kubb.
There was a Nova Kubb that was active in DC. There's also a DC Kubb. Oh. All of which are not active anymore, so I don't think it matters, but nice.
You know who's not active right now are the Batavia boys, because Das Kubb just took that game 1. Mm-hmm. And they will take the 1-0 lead. Das Kubb throwing at 1.0, 36. Honestly, that's about maybe slightly less than we've seen today, but conditions are difficult right now. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah, the 1.0 is obviously not ideal, but it's not terrible either today. And really, the issue for the Batavia boys is their 8-meter percentage and their advantage lines. Yeah,
what was the graphic went by? What was their?
I think it was like 19%. Yeah. Yeah,
that's going to be tough no matter what you do.
It's going to hurt. Oh God, that's painful. That's
especially
today.
when you just went 19% and then you don't get that one. You're like, all right, come on now.
Yeah, that shot is like the encapsulation of what it feels like to play Kubb today.
Yeah.
It's just, it's heartbreakingly painful. Look at those galoshes.
I was gonna say, now look at these. What was
that? He muck boots. He's ready to go wading. Yeah. He's gonna go into a river and to go fly fishing.
Yeah, he's ready for it.
Yeah, he is.
So we've talked about the rain and the clouds and whatnot. Temperature, it's not bad. It's not bad out. It's nice.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people out here wearing shorts. Yeah, I mean, it's not just Nick Bartlett. It's more than Nick Bartlett.
Yeah.
Including like, Cody's barely wearing shorts, actually.
Yeah, Cody's has them on sometimes and not on sometimes. Mm-hmm. He's wearing half shorts.
Yeah. He's just letting it all hang out, literally.
Yeah, Spence is wearing shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Drew's wearing shorts.
All right, we're going to go 0 for 10. Yep, we are.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's hit something here, boys.
Yep. It always feels bad to go 0 for 2, and then you're looking at the other team with 4 in hand. It feels even worse to be looking at the other team with 6 in hand.
Well, it was 0 for 2, 0 for 4, and then 0 for 6.
Yes, I know. I know how Kubb works, Sven.
That's 0 for 12. I said 0 for 10, but I meant 0 for 12. And now we're 0 for 14. Ooh, we got one.
There we go.
1 for 14.
All right, come on, Nick.
Come on, Ginger Lion. Roar! 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 Yeah.
That was a good throw.
I liked it.
There you go.
That's a good shot. Come on. Meatloaf, baby. Come on.
Loaf.
We haven't seen one yet.
Oh
God! How does that stay up?
Yeah, I don't know what how far a Kubb has to lean before it falls down, but that was just about there. And by the way, Classy Freddy Blasties look like they're getting ready to end this one. And they do. So the Classy Freddy Blasties moving on to the semis.
Very clean and efficient.
Yep.
Boy, I hope they don't crap the bed later.
Boy, that
was that's a first-time team up between those two.
Yep. Might be the last two. So you like the new scoreboard, Sven?
I do.
I do. I like it too. It's less busy.
The only thing I don't like is... Oh, yeah, I like it. Forget it. I'm not reading it correctly. You know, what was I gonna say? Oh, about those two teaming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing that's happened so far that would indicate that they're gonna crap their beds. We're just rooting for it. Like, you know, you know what I mean? It's not like they're the number 2 seed.
Those guys.
Yeah, I mean they're the number 2 seed. They took care of business. In the 2-7, they took care of it. It's, you know, that was they're the first ones done.
Undefeated on the day, Sven.
Undefeated on the day, they're the first ones done. There's absolutely no chinks in the armor so far.
Nope.
But
5-0-3 game record.
Doesn't mean we can't root for it.
Yeah, no, I am rooting against those. Oh, well, Brett has another one.
Doesn't mean we're not going to take some sick pleasure.
Oh, absolutely.
Their hopefully inevitable demise. Oh yeah. Look at that loaf.
That is sweaty loaf right there.
Hey, I do need to talk to graphics though.
What's that?
Did the loaves get a lot smaller, or is it just me?
You know, just playing with the graphics in general.
Because I'm not on board for smaller loaves. I want
bigger loaves.
I want big loaves. I want to see it in all its glory.
Oh, you remember last time with the scuffle, it was blow up in the middle, and then that was a good idea.
I
forgot about that. Yeah,
because this loaf is pathetic.
Yeah, Kraken beer finishes off
and that's no disrespect to Brett Bauer. That was a glorious loaf. I'm disrespecting the graphics department and the decision making that's going on. Annual reviews are coming up here, Stu. So they better get on their game in the coming rounds.
Well, they're not getting anything because they hired these two chuckleheads talking about kiddie pool or whatever they're doing.
April Fool's, man. I think it was a bit. It did come out on April 1st.
Kraken beer. So we saw Kraken beer take.
Oh yeah.
Nick.
Who cares about those guys? They have no chance to win this tournament.
0. Classy Freddy Blasties, and it looks like Spence and Glory is probably going to be moving on here in a second.
Oba.
Yep.
Against the Kubb club to be named later.
Yep. Functioning Kubbaholics making it down another time. Ryan Huber with his second event of the year.
Second time in a row he's made the top 8, which was always a goal, and now he's got 2 for 2. So you know he's trending in the right direction, no doubt.
Yep, 6 seed today. I think he was the 5. Wasn't he 5 seed at Scuffle? Maybe.
Correct, I believe so.
Yeah. So yeah.
Look at the mud on the bottom of that white Kubb on the right. That's insane.
Poor Kubb. Kubb.
I think
I was just watching Cody throw one.
Who are you? Are you Lou Gander? Kubb. Advantage line we didn't even talk about. Kubb.
Yeah, Sven. He called it Kubb.
He did.
Come on.
What a loser. Your Uncle Lou sucks.
Sven.
So is my Uncle Len.
Much attention because we've got an advantage line on our hands.
I just mentioned it. You weren't even.
Oh, did you?
To me. It did. I just said the same thing. We're not paying attention. There's an advantage line on our hands, but now they can go baseline clear here.
Oh, okay.
All right, nice shot by Brett.
Yep.
Well, it sucks they didn't get 3 with 2. They just need a double to close this out. It wasn't a bad group either. They just didn't get it. 2 big shots here. Take a commanding lead.
This would be...
Oh,
gotta get this one. Gotta. Oh, no. Tugged it just a bit. Well, Das Kubb gets out of that with minimal damage.
Yeah, they escaped.
Yeah. Could have had things turn very badly after that one. Look at all the mud on those Kubbs.
Oh, it's disgusting, man. Those poor Kubbs. Brand new. Candy coated.
Nick's poor uniform.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they've got new uniforms every time, because Nick gets them dirty.
I wouldn't be surprised if after today a bunch of people just throw their shoes and uniforms away and just burn them.
Could be.
Because this
Like
is just disgusting.
if you're throwing your uniform away every time because it's muddy, you got to shout that out, Nick.
Yeah.
Bring one of those pens with you.
Mm-hmm. Shout that out. You are a child of the 80s.
Is that not their line anymore? Their marketing?
I don't
thing?
even know if it exists anymore, dude.
Oh,
I mean, when's the last time you saw a commercial for Shout?
I don't know.
I think it was 1988 for me.
All right, it might have been. I don't know. You got to shout it out.
Yeah, so I can make 30-year-old movie references, and you're like, what? But you make 30-year-old commercial references, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think that exists anymore.
Well, but that's the thing. I didn't know it was a 30-year-old commercial reference. I thought I could go to the store today and buy some Shout detergent.
You might be able to. I just haven't seen a commercial for it in quite a while that I can remember. Maybe their marketing budget went way down.
I was always a Gain guy in my single life, Sven.
Gain guy.
It was cheap. And I can't tell you how many people would tell me, "Oh, you smell really good." Hey, thanks, man. It's Gain.
It's the Gain.
Yeah.
Gain. What were you gaining?
I mean, it's better than people being like, "Oh man, you stink." So I need all the help I can get, Sven.
I would make another movie reference right now, but it would totally go over your head, and it would also be borderline completely inappropriate for our 108 viewers, including Lewis. So I'm not going to do it. It's a good one, though. Has to do with Sasquatch.
Did we see Spence and Glory win? Oh, yeah, that was when Cody blew it by. Yeah.
Yeah, no, screw this.
So you know what that's going to mean? That's going to mean next week is going to be the classy Freddie Blasties against Spence and Glory in our first semifinal. And I got to tell you, those teams don't care for one another. So it could get ugly.
Yeah, there's some history there. It's ironic, too, because, Bob and Cody have won 2 straight blasters. You'd think they'd be on good terms.
Oh, man. They hate each other. If you don't know, they hate each other.
It is ugly. They could barely stand on the same baseline.
Yeah, they last night after everybody went out, Drew and Bob sat at a separate table from Cody and Spence because they just couldn't. They couldn't even stand.
Cody hates Spence so much he had his flight delayed. Didn't even show up last night.
That's true. That's true.
He's like, I don't want to hang out with these losers.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we got a penalty. Oh, and Andy Dufresne.
That's a new Dufresne, though. I'm all about that. I like that. I just would like my loaves to be about 5 times bigger.
All right, we'll work on that.
But that's a good Dufresne. Yeah,
that's some constructive criticism, which is valid because now that you say that, I really like the loaf from the last time.
Stu, murder was the case that they gave him.
Sven, I've watched that movie 1,000 times and I don't even know what that is.
That's a Snoop Dogg reference.
Oh,
you idiot!
Oh, big 4-with-1 from.
That's a nasty blasty today.
Yeah, it should be.
I know the committee sucks. They should understand these conditions. That's a nasty blasty by Doug. Oh my! What a phenomenal turn. Let's hit an 8. Let's go chicken dinner. Well, we guess not quite a chicken dinner. We would set the plate, though. Now we need a meatloaf. We need a turkey leg to close.
Turkey leg king close. That's solid work. All right, now we just need a turkey leg. There you go.
One.
I think baseline clear would.
Can't believe
I think baseline clear would have had you in real good position.
There's a lot of rap in the background of Shawshank.
Is there?
No. It's set in like the 40s.
Well, yeah, I know, but you're like Sven. I've seen that movie like a dozen times. Like I get it, But you watched it like 8,000 times.
But murder was the case that they gave him, because it was.
But that's Snoop Doggy Dogg. See,
I know,
you're blowing my mind. I don't have any. I told you I've been hydrating for the last 2 hours, and now you're trying to pull this on me.
You shouldn't drink at work, Stu.
Well, it was a bit cool out this morning. I needed to warm up a bit.
We have HR for that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. I'd love for them to give me a call right now after seeing that thing the other night.
And one of those losers from the graphics department's probably also moonlights in HR.
Yeah.
It's a small company, so you got to kind of wear a couple hats.
Yeah.
Probably, you know what? Lewis is HR.
Oh.
Nice shot by Nick.
Yeah, that was.
Nick definitely seems to be doing better over here too. Maybe these guys have gotten accustomed to the slop, and if it's not sloppy enough.
It's Nick's new style he's been using.
Yeah. Yeah, you're constantly saying Nick has a new style, and I don't see any difference. Other than his beard just keeps getting longer. That's all
Sven,
I see.
You're not the Kubb connoisseur that I am. If you can't tell the difference between this and the scuffle, you need glasses.
I guess you're right. Because it's drastically different.
It is.
What are we talking about
here?
Yeah,
we got a question here. I think the question
do we need a basket of peaches since we're talking this long?
We should have one, but I think the question is that last Kubb that Nick threw, it's leaning on the pile. But if you would raise it as you would normally do for one that's leaning like that, it would be out of bounds. So the question is...
Did they call your idiot cousin over?
Oh, they brought they got the whole crew over here. Look at this.
We
got Cody, we got Drew, we got Spence, we got Dan.
Cody should just drop his pants right now.
I think. Oh, here we go. Here comes.
We got Dylan. Yep. Got Dylan coming over with his muck boots.
Yeah.
Just like Dad.
Oh, here comes Brian. Yeah,
here comes Brian, B-Dub, with his Piss Missiles jersey. We're gonna get a good look at that when he goes back.
Yeah.
He's corralling Dylan. Like, hey man, leave your dad alone. Oh, come this way. We gotta see the Piss Missiles. Man, he's abusing.
That sure was a confluence of the tournament right there.
Oh yeah, that should be a basket of peaches just for that deliberation that just went on.
Yeah, that was big time. All right, so we got a decent drill here.
I'm surprised Bob didn't insert himself into that situation.
Yeah,
why is Nick so far behind the baseline?
It's part of his new style. You see how well it worked there?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's a nice shot.
Look at that.
Gonna clear in 3. Give Mike a shot at the meatloaf.
Oh,
come on,
nice.
Let's see it. Let's see a unnaturally small loaf. He's got gloves on too, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
Notice
this is the first time I've ever seen him play with gloves before.
I agree.
Oh, he picks up the loaf. Look at that one. Look at that. He looks. I gotta tell you, Sven.
Balding loaf. Yeah.
I think that picture was right before the end. He doesn't look.
That looks like he was on Ghost Hunters the week before.
I think so. And he's talking
about himself in the third person.
Yeah. Let's rock.
Making up readings on fake ghost machines. Like, oh man, the spectrograph reading in here is unbelievably high.
They've got this one gizmo that they always use, and I can't remember what it is. It's like this contraption that, like,
look, I'm not saying
it lights up when ghosts are around. I can't remember.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that ghosts do exist. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm not saying anything. But all I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure that we don't have the technology to detect if ghosts are there or not. Similar to the BS that the Ghostbusters back in the 1980s would pull out. Like,
I don't
you
know
watched that
about all
movie?
that.
You never watched Ghostbusters either, there, Stu?
Oh yeah, no, I saw Ghostbusters.
Yeah, so like, all that stuff Egon's holding, like that's BS.
Yeah.
Like that's right on the level what they're trying to pull off now in Ghost Hunters.
Well, I don't know about the technology or ghosts or whatever it is, but I am really sure that if there's one person who can talk to him, it ain't Meatloaf.
Well, now he can.
Or Meat, as they called him.
Meat. Yeah, they called him Meat, Mr. Loaf.
Yeah.
Now he's probably doing great talking to ghosts.
Yeah, probably. He's probably Ghost himself now.
Yeah, he's probably haunting those guys in Ghost Hunters.
He's probably going to be haunting me.
Yeah, you've earned it.
Oh, Brett is not pleased with that. I think he took 3 with 2.
This is looking like an advantage line. Oh, this is
you need
pressure clear at this point. Does Brett have one left?
Got 1. Yeah, you're going to need a double.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah.
Going cross pitch.
You need a double, but if you're only going to hit one, you got to hit the front one, because if you hit the back one.
Like that?
You're going to leave an advantage line.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is one of those ones where you almost feel like Kubb earned it with that sweet loaf.
Yeah.
That put some pressure on him.
Absolutely put a lot of pressure on him.
And now, what are we deliberating here? I mean, you're basically like you need an absolute miracle.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if that shot really mattered all that much, because
you need a miracle, and this ain't 34th Street. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're gonna need some. You're gonna need some.
Oh, you get that reference too.
Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah, I've never seen it, but I mean.
What?
I've never.
How have you never seen that movie? What were your parents
on 34th Street?
What were your parents doing when you were a kid, dude?
Miracle on 34th Street?
Yes.
The movie came out in like 1932.
Yeah, but what else were you watching in the 80s around Christmas? Other than Charlie Brown's Christmas and an animated Grinch.
Animated Grinch. Oh,
you had to watch Miracle on 34th Street. Come on.
No, and the other one about every time an angel gets his wings, whatever. I've never seen that one either.
It's a Wonderful Life. That's another classic. Are you kidding me?
No.
What is wrong with you?
Sven, the only black and white movies I watch are Three Stooges movies.
What about Wizard of Oz? That's only partial black and white.
Never seen it.
Dude, I hate your movie history. That's just sad.
There's some other one that's I've never seen. Oh, like what's that one?
You just narrowed it down. You just narrowed it down to all of them.
No, the
Jesus.
Other, Gone with the Wind.
Never. Oh yeah, that's a classic. I've seen that. Yeah, my mom had that in like 6 VHS tapes. So long.
Yeah, I know. Like, why would you want to sit there and watch that?
It's American movie classic. And it's also not in black and white.
Was good.
Yeah. Oh no. There's no excuse for that. You can't even blame the weather on that one.
No, you can't.
He's blaming something.
Yes. Oh no.
Oh man. Is he going baseline though? Yeah, he is. So we're down. We got a king shot. No, we don't. All right. Another turn it good. Now we can talk more about these crappy movies you haven't seen. Actually, they're not crappy. They're classics. I can't believe you've seen
I've seen Ben-Hur. The Chariots, you know. Hello?
Oh, that's one of the reasons why you've seen it. But you lose me?
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
No, at least it's in color, so that checks one box for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, like seriously, like black and white movies. What am I watching?
Doesn't mean they're bad movies. It just means they didn't have the technology then, Stu.
Okay. So, like I said, I mean, I understand that.
Didn't you ever take a film class in school?
No, I hate.
Clearly not.
I hate
You have to watch.
watching
You have to
those.
watch Hitchcock. You have to watch like Psycho.
I did watch.
You have to watch Rear Window. You never watched
I did
Rear
watch
Window?
The Birds once, or
Yep,
Birds.
watched that in film class.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of boring.
Uh-huh.
I've watched Easy Rider before.
Yep.
I've watched Spinal Tap before.
Doesn't count, Stu.
Spinal Tap, I thought that was a great movie.
I bet you did. All right, they gotta close now, or this is gonna be over.
Yeah, I agree
Better not give a line. This match feels like it's gone on longer than Gone with the Wind.
I don't know how long that is.
I'm glad we're in the digital era, Stu, because this would take 6 VHS tapes.
Oh boy. I heard they're coming out with a new E.T. movie.
Why?
I don't know. My wife told me.
Have you ever seen E.T.?
Yeah.
Really? You've seen E.T.?
It's fun. It's not like I've lived in a cave. I'm just not watching.
One
Turner
would think
movie
you
classics.
might have. Have you ever seen Turner and Hooch?
I think I did, because I think I remember seeing that the dog slobbered all over him a lot, and I thought that was gross. Didn't that happen?
Yes, the dog slobbered the whole movie.
Yeah, it was gross.
Even when it died at the end, it slobbered.
Oh, poor doggy.
I love. You didn't see it?
No, I did.
You don't remember the dog died?
No,
dude.
Sven,
The worst. Yeah. Spoiler alert. The worst thing to be as an actor in a movie is a dog, because they always die at the end.
Well, I didn't see that, and
like Old Yeller.
I
died.
really.
This is
Doug,
bad.
I think something clever is falling apart here.
Yeah, this turd is not clever.
Yeah, I don't.
Nice double there, but this could happen. This is a Hail Mary 5, but this could happen. If he hits this perfect, but there's not today. But if under good conditions, action could happen. You could get this. No. He hit it in the right spot, just went low. Now I think you got to actually try to get the triple. You're not getting all of them. Leave that one. Go get the other ones. Put more cubes in play, Brett. Don't do this. No,
I tried it.
Yeah.
Just didn't go far enough.
But now there's 2 or 3 still up.
And the sun's come out again, Sven. Oh.
2 still up. 2 still up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the worst thing you want to be is a dog in a movie, because especially a main, like if the movie's named after the dog, that dog's dead. I'm pretty sure Lassie.
Well, then 101 Dalmatians was a tough movie.
Yeah, all those dogs are dead.
Like in the movie, they died?
No.
Oh. See, I haven't seen that one either.
I have, but I'm joking that most of the time the dogs die. Like Old Yeller.
You know what? I just thought of another black and white movie that I've seen and I enjoy watching. Godzilla movies.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's cinematic classics right there.
Yeah.
Trying to think of other dogs that are dead. Old Yeller. Hooch.
I've seen Pets before. I told you that.
Yeah.
It's dog in that one. He's not dead.
I'm blanking after Hooch and Old Yeller.
What about Marmaduke?
That doesn't count.
I thought maybe 1918 they would have made a movie about Marmaduke and you'd be telling me about it.
Yep. Nope. All right, this is over.
This is completely over.
It's about as over as Hooch's life.
Poor Hooch.
Poor Hooch.
Oh, Nick.
Oh, no.
There you go. All right, this one
2
is
king
over.
shots. Over. Das Cubes moving on. Chalk. We're chalk all day here, Stu.
Okay, Mike's jersey is not in the least bit brown.
It's because he's got the gloves on, man.
Well,
Maybe that's it.
Boy.
Oh, no. Come on, Mike. Don't make us talk about that.
There you go.
Oh, good. There we go.
There you go. All right, so Das Cube moves on. We have Chalk through the quarterfinals. 1, 2,
Rock,
3.
Chalk, Jayhawk.
That's right. Let's look at some stats. 1.033 for Das Kubb, 1.119. Boy, something clever. Just could never get the 8 meters going in that one. So 31% for them. And here is our championship bracket. Next week, as we said, we're going to have that Spence and Glory against the classy Freddie Blasties. That one is sure to be nasty, Sven.
Definitely. That one, they are going to be absolutely just coming after each other in every possible way in a Kubb match. They hate each other more than you can even imagine.
I agree. That ought to be nasty. No love lost whatsoever.
It'll be nasty Freddie Blasty.
Could be. Could be. We'll see.
All right,
Sven. Any pearls of wisdom?
Nope. Just couldn't get the 8s by the Batavia boys. Way to move on there by Das Kubb. And here we go. On to the semifinals.
Sven.
Yep.
Survive in advance.
We're in North Carolina. That's all they know how to do.
That's right. All right. Until next time, America. Bazooka.
Bazooka.